And in fact, we do start with that overnight news. We know one person is dead after a car slams into a Target store here in Albuquerque. Police say this happened just after 11 last night at the store that's out east near Lomas and I-40. They tell us the car was speeding south on Morris, crossed Lomas, then crashed into the back of the store here. We know 2 people were in that car. One of them died. The other was rushed to the hospital. Police are now investigating to see if alcohol was a factor in this, but they say clearly speed was.
You get a high rate of speed, and that could be from any kind of speed. You put in factors of road conditions and things of that nature, and you're going to get some damage. So again, what might be the cause of it is yet to be determined.
All right, now investigators have not said who the person was who was killed or if it was the passenger or the driver. Police said it's not exactly why those 2 drove off the road or if the store's hours will be affected later today. A cold case in Albuquerque could be solved this morning, and now the man who police say confessed to a murder from 21 years ago is in jail. Lawrence Shearer is locked up with $1 million bond right now. It's after a story you really have to see to believe. Now, this all started when police say Shearer here walked into their station in Santa Fe back in May and confessed to killing Roger Alderman in his townhouse near Central and Juan Tabo all the way back in 1991. This is video from that scene there. They say Shearer told them he just wanted to get it off his chest. So the investigators in Santa Fe checked with ones here in Albuquerque. They took a DNA sample from Shearer, told him to be back at the police station in a few days, and say they had no other choice but to simply let him go.
It's one of those things where you have factual information, you have to verify evidence, you have to confirm what the stories lead to. You have to get a copy of the case file so that you can actually determine what in fact took place.
Well, Shearer never went back to that police station, but did get caught in Colorado last week. And again, he is now back in Albuquerque in jail. Elizabeth.
The man who police say admitted to killing a missing Tucumcari woman has now been charged with murder. State police say 45-year-old Frank Keller admitted to beating 53-year-old Kimberly Drummond with a car jack, then running over her. Keller is a convicted rapist. Police say the suspect and Drummond were casual friends when she vanished back in mid-September. A few days later, he was caught in Las Vegas, Nevada, driving her car. Keller later led police to Drummond's body, which was near a lake. A man accused of killing an Albuquerque couple in their home is scheduled to appear in court today. Ronald Santiago has a motion hearing. Detectives say he killed John and Bernadette Olemacher in their Paradise Hills home back in 2005. Investigators say they found a bullet shell in the suspect's gym bag that matches shells at the couple's home. Santiago's trial has been set for May of next year. The rest of the teenagers involved in what police say was a plot to shoot up a middle school in Belen could be getting out of jail in just a few hours.
And this is going on while the other 2 teenagers who were charged in this case are already out and at home. News 13's David Romero is live in a Newsplex. So, David, what could happen in court today?
Well, Matt, it might be a repeat of yesterday's release, meaning that Mateo Jaquez and Caleb Lucero could be let out on house arrest with GPS monitoring. That is until trial. Now, that's what happened in court yesterday for 8th graders Alejandro Ortega and Lawrence Chavez. Those are the other 2 teens accused of threatening to shoot up Belen Middle School last week. The 4 teens were arrested after authorities were tipped off about the plan last Friday. The boys are reported to be gang members from that area. Valencia County District Attorney Lemuel Martinez says his office is thankful the alleged plot was spoiled before anything could happen.
Hopefully we can rehabilitate these kids, these children, and change their behavior so we don't see it again as well.
Jaquez and Lucero are scheduled to be in Los Lunas District Court this morning at 11:30. Matt, back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be there too and let you know what happened. And Belen School Superintendent Ron Marquez says that there have been extra officers at the school since this plot supposedly was set to go on, and they will be there through the end of the year. As David mentioned, police arrested a total of 4 boys, all 13 and 14 years old. Investigators say all of the boys are in gangs, and the superintendent says there were no problems at the school on Friday when they say that shootout was supposed to take place. Elizabeth.
Police are still investigating a chaotic scene that played out in one Albuquerque neighborhood. A homeowner apparently tried to stop a suspected hit-and-run driver who had just crashed into his new car. It happened Sunday night. Police say a man was in his home when he heard someone hit his vehicle. So he goes outside and apparently sees a red truck leaving the scene. Cops say the homeowner ran after the driver. Witnesses tell police that when the driver pulled out a knife, the homeowner pulled out a gun. Police say there was some sort of a scuffle and a shot was fired.
The driver of the truck pulled out a knife, cut the homeowner's face, and the homeowner had a gun on him, so he actually shot the driver of the vehicle.
Police say the car owner should not have confronted the suspect. The suspect is in critical condition. Police say the 67-year-old homeowner had to get more than a dozen stitches on his cheek. A longtime Albuquerque lawmaker and business owner has died. George Buffett died over the weekend of heart problems. He was 83 years old. Buffett opened up what has become a legendary candy shop back in the mid-50s. He was also the first cousin of billionaire Warren Buffett. George Buffett was a state representative from Northeast Heights for about 24 years.
A lot of sugar coating in the business, but when it came to giving advice, not a lot of sugar coating.
There will be a private funeral service for George Buffett this Friday. And the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department is mourning the loss of one of their own this morning. Deputy Daphne Garcia, who was diagnosed with cancer late last year, died yesterday. We did a story on Deputy Garcia back in January when fellow deputies were selling wristbands to help her pay for her medical expenses. She was diagnosed with skin cancer about a year ago. The cancer eventually spread to her major organs. Garcia had worked for the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office for about 20 years.
We have good news this morning about a young girl who went through some intense brain surgery yesterday. We're told that Alicia Jaquez survived the surgery and is doing well. However, she's not out of the woods just yet because she has a long recovery ahead of her. Now remember, we first told you about Alicia a few weeks ago, and these firefighters wished her good luck with her surgery, even took her for a ride on one of the fire trucks. Alicia is just 12 years old and has had severe epilepsy since she was a baby. Doctors did the brain surgery to try to stop her seizures. It's the first time this kind of surgery has been done for a young girl here in New Mexico. And her family says if everything goes well, they hope Alicia can be back in school and back and up and at 'em in January.
Oh, that's great. We are just hoping for the best for her. She is quite the trooper.
Absolutely. She's so happy when those firefighters did that for her a couple of weeks ago.